Hello student, we already start our chapter electrostatics and we introducing electrostatics, what is the electrostatics and Coulomb's law. So now last week we see the Coulomb's law in scalar form. Now in our next point is Coulomb's law in vector form. Okay, so as shown in figure, Q1 and Q2 are two similar point charges situated. This is the Q1 and Q2. Okay, so write down here Q1 and Q2 are two similar point charges situated at point A and B, and R cap 1 2 is the distance of separation between them. So R cap R12 is the distance between them. So F21 denotes the force exerted on Q2 by Q1. Okay, the force exerted by Q2 by Q1. So F21 vector is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 Q2 mod of R2 square into R2 cap, where R12 is the unit vector along the AB. Okay, so we know the magnitude of, so this is the R2 vector cap is the unit vector. Now similarly, force exerted by Q1 on Q1 by Q2 means Q1 charge exerted a force on Q2 charge. So we get the formula F12 vector is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 Q2 upon mod of R21 square into R21 cap. This is the, so here R12 and this is the here 1 2 and this is the R21. So R12 and R21 are unit vectors, are oppositely directed. So that is R12 cap is exactly equal to minus of R21 cap. Hence means here the unit vectors R12 cap and R21 cap are oppositely directed. So hence force also directed opposite. So F21 vector is equal to minus F12 vector. Thus the two charges experiences force of equal magnitude and opposite in direction. So these two forces form an action reaction. So action reaction repel, a pair. Okay, so as F12 vector and F21 vector acts along the line joining the two charges, the electrostatic force is a central force. Okay, so here two forces, between the two forces which force acted? So electrostatic force is acted. So this is the Coulomb's law in vector form. So we learn a Coulomb's law in this Coulomb's law in vector form, and we know that what is the Coulomb's law? Coulomb's law is the relation between electric field and electric charge. Okay, so now our next point is principle of superposition. So first see what is the statement for principle of superposition. When a number of charges are interacting, the resultant force on a particular charge is given by the vector sum of the forces exerted by individual charges. So now what is meaning of this statement? So let us see. When a number of charges are interacting means number of charges, so A1, A2, A3 and A4. Suppose maybe Q1, Q2, Q3 and Q4 and Q5 is the number of charges are interacting. The resultant force, so this resultant force on a particular charge Now figure show that here Q1 is the one charge and here exerted charge Q2 on Q1 means force exerted Q2 charge on Q1. Okay, Q3 charge on Q1, Q4 charge on Q1. So force by Q4 charge exerted a force on Q1. Similarly here Q5 charge force exerted on Q1. Okay, so this resultant vector, resultant force on Q1 is what? So we now find out the vector sum of the forces exerted by individual charges. Means we adding these charges, then we get a resultant force. Okay, means we adding a force charge force of this number of charges, then we get its resultant. So means sum statement means is the force, resultant force is the sum of or addition of the other charges, forces of other charges. So where considering Q1, Q2, Q3 are point charges, A1, A2, A3, A4, A5, so on are the points where situated a charge Q3, Q3, Q4 and Q5, and F12 are force exerted on the charge Q1 by Q2. Similarly, F13, F14 and F15, etc. So by statement of the superposition of principle, we adding of forces. So total force F1 on charge Q1 is the vector sum of all such forces. So F1 vector is equal to F12 vector plus F13 vector plus F14 vector plus so on. So here adding these forces, we know that the magnitude of Coulomb force, because this is the electrostatic force. So we know that the magnitude of one force is 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 Q2 upon R square. But here R is distance between two charges, so here R21. Okay, because here force Q2 force exerted on Q1 force. Okay, so similarly for F13 means here 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught, and then Q1 Q3 upon R31 square, because here third force exerted on first charge, into R31 vector cap, unit vector R cap, and so on. So this 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught is a common point. So we adding this Q1 Q2 upon R1 square R cap 21 plus Q1 Q3 upon R31 square R31 cap plus Q1 Q4 upon R41 square, okay, into R41 cap, and number of forces acting on charge Q1. So we get here principle of superposition. So where R21 cap, R31 cap, etc. are unit vectors directed to Q1 charge from Q2, Q3, etc. And R21, R31, R41, etc. are the distance from Q1 to Q2, Q3, etc. respectively. So suppose here n point charges, means here considering we 1, 2, 3, 4 charges, but here considering n number of charges. So we get here Q1, Q2, Q3 up to Qn numbers. The force F cap exerted by the charges on a test charge Q0. So considering Q0 is the test charge. So F test charge is equal to, means by using again here superposition principle, so addition of these all forces up to n number of forces. Here same formula, but this is we write for the n number of charges. So similarly we here summation of, we use the sign of summation. So summation of small n is equal to 1 to n number of charges. So Fn is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught summation of n is equal to 1 to n numbers, q naught is the test charge into qn means last charge qn upon rn square into rn cap. Okay, this is the formula for n number of charges.